Go.
Welcome to MNN. Today is Thursday, February 14, 2013, and I am Katie Cisneros. In the news today, we discussed the United States home front during World War I. Now we go to Kira.
During World War I, women had major roles since men were too busy in the military. Women stepped in and took place as of men, officers, railroad engineers, and electric lift truck drivers. Also, usual women also harbored and planted the road, and the trolley and cars delivered the mail. Women took part in war too as nurse for wounded soldiers, or they drove the ambulance. Some also became actresses to entertain the troops overseas. Back to you, Kate.
Thank you, Kira. Now to Gabby with the economic and food situation occurring during the World War I.
Funding wars and providing food for the troops and allies is not an easy task. When the troops became short of supplies, the government started selling Liberty bonds, which gave money to war efforts every time someone bought one. The government used famous artists to make posters and movie stars to host bond rallies. Many food shortages began to occur. Herbert Hoover, head of Food Administration, raised food prices, which caused farmers to grow more crops. Many Americans also made their own crops known as victory gardens to provide food for men in trenches. People did not eat wheat on Mondays or went meatless on Tuesdays. Back to you, Kate.
Thank you, Gabby. Now to Alina for drafting information.
The United States Army was very small compared to their opponents. To enlarge the military force, the government passed the Selective Service Act, which required all men ages 21 to 30 to register for the draft. More than 4 million people joined the armed forces. Puerto Ricans, Filipinos, Native Americans, and immigrants who came to the United States became part of the armed forces. Even African Americans participated in the war, even though they weren't allowed to at first. Back to Katie in the studio.
Thank you for tuning in the United States home front during the World War I. I hope you enjoyed.